That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot, you only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm Stephen. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Hands Tito, she is pack. Finna, guaranteed. Move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't cough drop. Tell them hard for their health.
Al fin han encontrado el negrito con los colorados, el mejor desde Colombia a los estados. Para los que no piensan que yo soy mejor, tú estás, tengo todo, tu rapero favorito paniqueado, ten cuidado. Estos raperos son mis hijos jautados. Acuérdate que ni hizo el sonido que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. This bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle. Black on both sides de Colombia, oye peep style. Como yo lo hago, ain't nobody finna do it now. Up to uptown, all the way down through the south. No hay nadie que pueda conmigo, Dios es mi testigo. I'm the one that shut it down. Just the light from a vision that I had in the dark. Tunnel vision on the bigger picture. The charts wanna play the game, but don't never play their part.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place.
It's week 11 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He went well over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Commanders and the Texans, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Mills now on second down. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Burst through it for a solid game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. To throw, Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
It's a fumble, and the Texans scoop it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
The numbers for Cooks in that game last week, 5 catches, 97 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Look at the juke. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. A first down throw for Mills. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculated, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On play action, it's Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
A 2nd down throw for Mills. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Mills now. Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Mills now from the 50. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Mills. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They fake the give. Now Wentz rolling to his right. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that. A great play for that defensive unit. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Washington offense set to take over. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Mills on 3rd and 2. They go screen. This is Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. Now Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here's Tressway now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Texans to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week. And they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop him for his 2nd straight play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Mills. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And Thomas has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Gibson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Robinson. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. Mills to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And the catch made by Johnson.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Mills' throw completed to Mechie. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Mills. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mills. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Mills again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They'll run here with Pierce. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. O.J. Howard from 4 yards out. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense set to take over again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, when they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter, this drive becomes very critical. Here's Gibson to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Wentz buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. They give to Ingram up the middle. Oh, look at the juke. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mills to throw it. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Our first down throw for Mills. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Pierce now up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Wide open receiver complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pierce. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Mills now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th. So this one in the win column for the Texans. And it was thanks in a large portion to the play of their starting quarterback, Charles. That's Davis Mills.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for Houston, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Washington, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.
Yeah, all right, my flow